Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more, 40 million views and counting. Hi, DeWanda, how you doing?
I'm doing
And
well. How
I
you doing, Brian?
Good, good. I love your role in this. I love how your career is going. Talk about this role and working with Emily and Guy, who I've interviewed when he first came over from Australia. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I love that. My role in this film, I'm a history buff. I love seeing Black people, Black women represented in stories that I feel like we haven't largely been represented in. Feel like we've seen Black women enslaved, we've seen Black women in like 1960s, and there's that whole kind of period in between where I'm like, but what about that story? What about the story of, my great 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 grandmother? In Maryland in the 1800s. So it was just really thrilling opportunity to tell a story of a woman who's recently freed, who has some power, but obviously not a lot, and who is still living and dealing with and grappling with her humanity and her faith in 1849, the Wild Wild West. I love working with young performers. Emily Ford is a star. I love that. It was a great surprise to me watching the film when you pop out that little like introducing credit. It's really a very special thing to work with an early career performer at this level. She just had the added bonus of being a real kid. Like sometimes you work with kids and, they're stage performers, but she's just a really kid who happens to be emotionally available and very smart. She has wonderful, wonderful parents, which is really important. So yeah, it was just an enormous joy, and I'm really proud of her. I'm really floored by her work on the screen. And Guy is a gift. Guy is a gift. When you're working on indie film, you don't really know what you're going to be walking into. I am proud to say that the only divas on the set were the horses, you know. They were the neediest performers that we had. But outside of that, everybody was just really, really game to come and play and get literally dirty to tell this story.
The fun thing about the horses, I had a dressage ranch, so I'm always watching the horses and how they're acting and stuff like that too. So I get that. Talk about the way your career is going because I love this movie. The girl, Emily's performance is like she can scare you, but also you're that caring mom, and nothing's going to happen to my daughter no matter what's going on with her.
Yeah. I'm fascinated. All my friends are mothers now. Like I'm just at that age where everyone either already is a mother or becoming one. I'm very close to mine. My mother and I have always been really close. So I naturally kind of am fascinated and kind of, I think I have a lot to say about motherhood, even though I'm not a mother. Um, it's just in that relationship between mother and daughter, I'd been super fortunate to experience what it feels like to grow up with a mother who is enormously protective, you know? Like we didn't really there wasn't even a moment where, I was a teenager, even when I was super moody and hormonal as a teen, my mother still made the space for me to be my full self. So much of this performance and how I constructed Sarah is emblematic of the faith of my mother, the tenacity of my mother, and just that sense that like I'm gonna take care of you, no matter the cost.
Last question. What would get the audience to come out to see this film? Because this is a great film and it leaves you in suspense. And that's why I love this. And congratulations on you, all your career. You're definitely on the right track.
Thank you. Hopefully, I mean, I'm always just trying to deliver the unexpected. I hope that people, if they turn out for a Western, they'll be surprised by the supernatural elements of it. If they turn out for a supernatural thriller, they'll be surprised by the heart, the performances, and the core of this film, the messaging. So yeah, I'm just, I try to only do things that I love and that I'd be proud of, and that I'd be proud of audiences coming out to show up for.
Thank you for that. Oh, last thing. Talk about Murderbot real quick. Murderbot's good.
Talk about murder bots. So, man, Paul Weiss and I collaborated for the first time on fatherhood, and he just like texted me and was like, "Hey, do you want to play a murderous robot?" And I said, "Yes, Paul, I would love to do that." So it was just a great opportunity. I mean, all those actors, it was like, working with John Cho, working with Jack, working with just like these enormous, like, who's who of comedic titans, and I joked about it with my husband because, I'm always super fortunate to like lead things. And he was like, I love that you're still leading the show within a show on Murderbot. Like, you're still you're still the lead of a show that's not your show. And he's so funny. It's so right. It's a good time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.